Okay, I hear this one a lot. You can't trust the Bible because it's full of errors. And I want to say this carefully because I understand where that comes from. My background's physics. I didn't come to faith till I was like 34 years old. I used to have questions. In fact, I still have questions, but here's the thing. That's not a small claim, that's a big claim. And big claims require real evidence because when you actually look into the Bible, it's not just one book, it's a collection of historical documents written over time by multiple authors. Many of those were eyewitnesses, or they literally interviewed eyewitnesses in the writings that they made. And they were written during the lifetime of other eyewitnesses, and that means that their claims could have been challenged by others alive when these documents were being written. They're recording real places, real people, real events, including the supernatural ones, and that ties also back to specific prophecies written earlier within the books. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting for a nerd like me. When you compare the Bible to other ancient works, it's in a completely different category. Take, for example, something like Julius Caesar's Gallic Wars. All historians basically take that universally, it's 100% reliable. But we only have 10 copies of that, with the earliest copies only about 1,000 years from after it was written. The New Testament, on the other hand, we have thousands of manuscripts, some of those being only a few decades from the time at which the originals would have been written. Or now, how about the Old Testament? For example, at one point, the oldest copy of the scroll of Isaiah we had was about 1000 AD. And then later in the caves at Qumran were discovered scrolls, one of which being from Isaiah that dated 125 BC. And so here's 1100 years of separation, but when they compared the documents, they were almost exactly word for word all the way through. So when someone says you can't trust the Bible, I would just gently ask, compared to what? Because when you take the same standard we use to trust other historical documents, the Bible stands stronger than basically all of those. So before you dismiss it, it might be worth actually looking into. And again, I'm not asking you to blindly believe it. I'm just asking you to be fair with it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.